Everyone compares Tampa to Miami, and that's the wrong fight. If you're moving to the Tampa Bay area in 2026, your real decision isn't Tampa versus some city 3 hours away. It's a 20-minute drive across the bridge. Tampa, St. Petersburg, or Clearwater. 3 cities, same bay, and picking the right one for you is the difference in real money, real commute hours, and in some cases, real insurance paying. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits your situation with actual 2026 numbers, not just vibes, and we're comparing price, commute, lifestyle, flood zones, and which market gives buyers the most leverage right now. My team helps buyers make exactly this decision every single week. So everything you're about to hear comes from real transactions, real situations. Let's go over round 1. What your money actually buys in each city. First, the headline numbers. And remember, these are just estimates and they move month to month. First up, Hillsborough County. That's Tampa proper plus suburbs like West Chase and Brandon. The median single family home is hovering just above $420,000. Now Pinellas, St. Petersburg, and Clearwater. And here's where most videos get wrong. For a single family house, Pinellas is actually the most expensive of the 3. The local Realtor Association's data puts the single family median around $475,000 as of May. So you're paying a premium in that peninsula. There's limited land and more coastline. So why do you see lower numbers quoted for Pinellas? The short answer, condos. Pinellas has a huge condo market that pulls the blended median down closer to about 420. 2 very different markets wearing one county line, and which one you're shopping changes everything. And my wild card, because I tell you this if you were my buyer, if you work in Tampa but want maximum house for your dollar, Pasco County, just north, runs in the low 400,000, and that's lower than Hillsborough for comparable space. Round 1 verdict, and this surprises people. For a single family home, Tampa and Hillsborough actually win on price. Pinellas charges a premium for the peninsula, condo shoppers flip that math completely, and Pasco wins if square footage is the whole game. Quick thing before we keep going, my team showed me that numbers this week and they surprised me. Only 97% of you watching aren't subscribed to the channel, and some of you have actually told us YouTube auto unsubscribes people randomly without asking. So I'm gonna ask you for one favor. Take a look at the button under this video right now, and if it says subscribe, you're good. Thank you, seriously. But if it says to subscribe, could you please tap it? I compare Tampa Bay communities and break down the real numbers every Thursday, and subscribers see them first. So now let's get ready to discuss round 2. It's about your daily life because the map lies to you. Let's get into round 2, which is your daily life. On the map, Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater look like one city. They are not. They're connected by bridges, and bridges are choke points. If your job is in downtown Tampa or near the airport, living in Tampa or close in Hillsborough wins, full stop. Crossing the Howard Franklin at rush hour can turn a 20-minute trip into 50, and that's 10 times a week. I've watched buyers fall in love with St. Pete bungalows and then do the commute for a couple of months, and then they're calling me. So now, if you're remote or hybrid, the whole equation flips. St. Pete and Clearwater stopped costing you a commute time, and suddenly you're choosing purely on lifestyle and budget. Airports. Tampa International is the region's hub, and it's consistently ranked amongst the best in the country. So for commuters from Tampa and Clearwater via the Courtney Campbell, both reach it comfortably. From Central St. Pete, I would plan on a 30 to 40 minute commute depending on traffic. And there's St. Pete Clearwater International as well for the budget carriers, worth knowing if you fly Allegiant when you visit family. So round 2 verdict. Tampa wins if you commute into Tampa. Remote workers, dead tie. Frequent flyers, Tampa and Clearwater give you the slight edge. Round 3, and this is where the 3 cities genuinely split. Not better or worse, different. My job here is to help you figure out which one matches what you want your week to actually look like. Tampa is the big city option. Pro sports, a real business district, Water Street, Hyde Park, Amateur Works, the Riverwalk. If your priority is career networking, variety, and big city energy with a bay view, Tampa is your lane. And the food scene has a real range now. You've got Michelin recognized restaurants around Water Street and Hyde Park, the food halls at Amateur Works and Sparkman Wharf, and then Seminole Heights, a neighborhood that built its whole identity around independent restaurants. A viewer actually told us this week that Seminole Heights got expensive because the foodie scene got out and it's out of control. So they're not wrong. In Tampa, the restaurants show up before the prices charged do. And the new spots just keep coming. My husband and I just celebrated our anniversary at the Landon here in Tampa. They had a happy anniversary sign with lights waiting for us at our table. And that's the kind of touch and experience that you're gonna have if you choose Tampa as your location. And if you happen to visit the Landon, definitely get the pull-apart bread with the whipped butter that's sprinkled with honey, lavender, and pistachios. I tell you, it was incredible, the food and the experience. St. Petersburg is the arts and walkability option. Central Avenue, the museums, the Dali is world class, and a downtown you can genuinely live in without touching your car all weekend. If walkable urban living at a friendlier scale is the dream, St. Pete is hard to beat anywhere in Florida. And if food is how you plan your weekends, St. Pete might quietly be the best eating city on the list for its size. The Grand Central District and the Edge District are wall-to-wall independent spots. The craft brewery scene is one of the densest in Florida, and the Saturday morning market downtown is one of the biggest farmers markets in the Southeast. The difference from Tampa here is you can walk your whole food weekend. Clearwater is the beach-first option. You're buying proximity to one of the most awarded beaches in America, and the trade-off is honest. The job scene is thinner, downtown is quieter, and in peak season, beach traffic is real. If a slower pace and sand within 15 minutes is the whole point, then Clearwater wins your week. Food-wise, Clearwater is beachfront casual. Fresh seafood, grouper sandwiches, sunsets dinner on the sand, and here's the local secret. Clearwater foodies drive 15 minutes to Dunedin, a small walkable downtown with breweries and restaurants that punches way above its size. So you get the beach piece and real food scene next door. Notice what I'm doing. I'm matching cities to priorities, not to types of people. We've helped every kind of buyer land in all 3 and love it. The city doesn't care who you are, it cares how you spend your Tuesday. So round 3 verdict, no winner. This round, you're the tiebreaker. Round 4, and I'm keeping this one short because I've covered the deep version in my hurricane season episode, which is linked below. But I can't compare these 3 cities honestly without 90 seconds on the money check. The short version, Pinellas is a peninsula, so St. Pete and Clearwater have more coastline per square mile, more homes where flood insurance is required. But this is property by property, never city by city. Plenty of Pinellas sits high and dry, and some expensive Tampa streets don't. So before you write an offer anywhere, you ask for 3 things: the flood zone, the elevation certificate, and a full insurance quote. So we're talking homeowner's insurance plus flood insurance. And you get this before you decide to write an offer. Screenshot that. On some coastal properties, it swings your monthly payment by hundreds of dollars. Same house, different answer. And remember, I'm a real estate professional, not an insurance mortgage company. So get real numbers from licensed insurance agents and your lender. Full breakdown in the hurricane season episode. So round 4 verdict. Tampa edges it on averages. more inland inventory, but a prepared buyer wins in all three. If this is helping you build your shortlist, tap subscribe real quick. It helps more Tampa Bay buyers find these. Okay, round 5 is where your leverage lives. Let's get started. Round 5. Which market gives you the most negotiating power right now? Because 2026 is not 2021, and honestly, thank goodness. Across Tampa Bay, depending on the segment, we're sitting at around 4 months of supply. 6 months is considered balance, so we're still under that line. But buyers finally have more breathing room than they've had in years. One important nuance though, it's not even across the bay. So Pinellas single family is the tightest segment right now, closer to 3.7 months and leaning sellers, while condos and newer suburban homes have the deepest negotiating room. And remember, these are estimates that shift monthly. What it means in practice, what I'm seeing in my own transactions is that sellers are negotiating again. They're doing price reductions, repair credits, and closing cost help. Homes are sitting long enough that you can actually sleep on a decision. Where's the leverage the strongest? Generally, wherever inventory is stacked the deepest. So right now, that's newer suburban homes and condos. Condos are their own conversation, especially older coastal buildings. Association fees and milestone inspection costs come first, not fifth. If you're condo shopping in St. Pete or Clearwater, the budget review is step 1. So round 5 verdict. Buyers have leverage in all 3 cities this summer. The win goes to whoever actually uses it. The title said one of these is clearly better for buyers in 2026. Here's my honest answer. 1 is clearly better for you, and it depends on which of these 3 buyers you are. Priority 1, career and commute first. You work in or near Tampa, you want the region's biggest job network. Tampa or close in Hillsborough is clearly better. Don't overthink it. The bridge tax is real. Priority 2, walkable lifestyle first. You're remote or flexible and you want restaurants, arts, and a real downtown at a human scale. St. Petersburg is clearly better, and with this summer inventory, you can actually negotiate your way into it. Priority 3, budget and beach first. You want the slowest pace with sand within 15 minutes, and you'll trade jobs core proximity for it. So Clearwater is clearly better. Just run the 3-line insurance check before you fall in love. In my honest opinion, what this doesn't get you. None of these 3 is cheap Florida. If maximum square footage per dollar is your number 1 priority, the real answer is north into Pasco County. So we're thinking Wesley Chapel, Land O'Lakes, and we've covered those communities on this channel too. So let's get ready for some Q&A. Here are 3 questions buyers asked me in the last couple of months. So question number 1, is it true St. Pete is more expensive than Tampa right now? So I would say for single family homes, yes, on the county numbers. Pinellas single family runs meaningfully above Hillsborough's medium right now. Blend-in condos and the gap nearly closes. And neighborhoods to neighborhood, it swings both ways. Inland Pinellas can come in under Tampa, and Tampa's premium streets outprice most of St. Pete. So the real answer is to compare neighborhood to neighborhood and know which product you're shopping. And also take into consideration if flood is required, because that can definitely blow your budget when you're comparing neighborhoods to neighborhoods and monthly costs. Question number 2, should I wait for prices to drop more? I don't predict prices, and nobody honestly does. I wish I had a magic ball so I could tell you when it would be the best time. What I can tell you is this, what's true today. There's more inventory, so that means there's more negotiating room, and sellers are helping buyers with costs in ways they wouldn't 2 years ago. The market you can verify beats the market you hope for. Question number 3, can I see homes in all 3 cities in one trip? Yes, we technically can. We can build that for relocating buyers all the time. We could do 1 day in Tampa, 1 day in St. Pete, and 1 day in Clearwater. By day 3, you won't need me to tell you which one is yours. You'll feel it. If you're deciding between Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater, don't do it from a spreadsheet alone. Call or text us at 813-669-0857. The number is on the screen and in the description. Tell us your budget, your commute, and your non-negotiables, and we'll give you the honest read on which side of the bridge fits better, even if the answer is none of them. And look at Pasco. Again, I'm Tamily Abdo, local real estate agent here in the Tampa Bay area. Hit subscribe for new Tampa breakdowns every Thursday and watch my hurricane season buying episode next. Because if you're buying this summer, those 5 protections pair perfectly with today's video. See you next Thursday.